Thermador's new 36, 42, and 48-inch built-in Pro refrigerators are interesting. They look great with some decent features and may give you a glimpse of how refrigerators are designed in the future. However, before you buy a Thermador Pro, you should be aware of 3 possible problems. The biggest problem has little to do with the refrigerator's actual function. At the end of the video, you'll see the Thermador Pro compared to the Sub-Zero and SKS units. Let's get started. You have 6 options in 36-inch, 3 and 42, and 48-inch models. 2 of the options are different handles to match their 2 series, so your choices are stainless and panel, meaning you place your own panels in the refrigerator. Prices start at $9,999 for the 36 to $15,999 for the 48-inch all stainless unit. Let's look at Thermador's best features and then some problems. Stainless steel is the most hygienic surface. The solid surface prevents germs from proliferating like other surfaces. The ethylene filter filters the gases off spoiling foods, keeping them fresher for longer and preventing cross-contamination of other foods. Twin compressors are standard now for any premium refrigerator, but still worth mentioning. The warmer, moister air of the refrigerator and cooler, drier air of the freezer is separate, so the freezer doesn't defrost as much. Your food, especially in the freezer, will taste better because you don't have the odor transfer from the refrigerator. However, the location of the compressor becomes important, as you'll see in the comparison section. On the right-hand side top drawer, you can adjust the temperature between refrigerator or freezer from 0 to 39 degrees. You may like the idea of changing the refrigerator to the freezer, or just having the ability to keep it as a refrigerator or freezer. You don't have to reach to grab ice, just pull out the drawer. You also have 2 kinds of ice in the 42 and 48-inch models. The standard ice on all models is the thicker diamond ice. It's slower dissolving than regular ice and better for cocktails and fine liquor, so you taste more of the drink and less the water dissolving from ice. You also have regular ice for colas, beverages, and juices. You also have access to colder filter water on the left-hand side on all the models for convenience. Refrigerator is loaded with tech, with an LCD touchscreen showing every setting. This is an upgrade for presentation for any refrigerator. The age of surveillance has entered your refrigerator. No, the government is probably not tracking your produce and meat consumption, but you can look into the fridge while shopping to make sure you never buy that extra bottle of ketchup, or in my case, mustard again. The Home Connect app is one of the best rated. You can control the temperature, get alerts when your door is open, or change the water filter right on the app. Bins are solid as well, with 1 inch deeper than the similarly constructed SKS. Lastly, this refrigerator is 39 decibels, which is far quieter than the 44 decibel quietness standard. I always say throughout the blogs and videos, buy what you need and how you use your appliances and work in your kitchen. However, if you look at how I use the refrigerator, you'll notice I don't use the top of the refrigerator. The top of the refrigerator is too high. The height of any refrigerator with multiple drawers becomes too high, especially with the compressors below, not above, like the Sub-Zero Classic built-in. That's the issue with the Thermador, Sub-Zero Designer Series, or SKS Pro. They have too many drawers and the compressors are below. Let me show you in their 48-inch model. The refrigerator, in my opinion, is designed to be too high. Look at the 48-inch height from the top of the freezer to the light on the top. Height of the top of the freezer drawer is 34 inches. Then add 45.5 inches to the top of the refrigerator for 79.5 inches. 79.5 inches is 6'7" inches. I should have bought the Classic Series Sub-Zero French door. Let's look at theirs. The compressor's on the top and it has 1 drawer. The height to the top of the drawer is only 25 inches, then is 47.5 to the top of the inside of the refrigerator, for a total of only 72.5 inches, or 7 inches less than the Thermador Pro. SKS is a similar model to the Thermador Pro, but it's a bit better dimensionally at 35 inches to the top of the freezer, then 40.5 to the top of the refrigerator for 75.5 inches. SKS is 4 inches less high than the comparable Thermador Pro, but if you're less than 5'10" or 5'11", you'll be reaching for that top shelf. Thermador is only adjustable in the top parts of the refrigerator. See that bulge towards the bottom middle of the refrigerator? You can't adjust the shelves below that point. Then again, you can always fit items below the shelves as well. However, both SKS and Sub-Zero are fully adjustable throughout the refrigerator. I know the company that installed the first Thermador Pro in our area. The owner was the service manager at Yale years ago. When asked how long for installation, 8 hours was his reply. That's 8 hours to install with qualified installers. But how will a contractor installing this for the first or even the second time be able to install this unit? So your mission is to find people who are capable installers. Also, be prepared to spend $1,200 to $2,000 for installation, plus more for the added cabinets and hardware for the extra drawers. For comparison, we charge us $99 for a 3-door Sub-Zero refrigerator installation. Then again, it doesn't take all day. To be fair, this problem is not limited to just Thermador, but any refrigerator with multiple doors. So what do you think? Yes or no to the Thermador Pro? You can leave it in the comments below. If you want to look at the best 42-inch, click this link. For the best 48-inch Pro refrigerators, click this link. And thanks for watching.